Hey guys, I just thought you should know, I'm actually playing a Heart Gold ROM right now, because I found a pretty good, workaround for the anti-piracy for Heart Gold, but I couldn't find it for Soul Silver. So, in the meantime, I'm going to be using Heart Gold. It really doesn't make much of a difference at this point in the game, but I'm just thought you guys should know. As soon as I can find a workaround for Soul Silver for the anti-piracy stuff, I'll switch back to it. I mean, the save files are compatible, as you can see. I mean, my save game is working just fine on Heart Gold, so just by the way, this is actually Heart Gold, not Soul Silver, but it's basically the same game at this point anyway. Enough about that, so here we go. There's a hiker here, and he has a Onyx, and I have my Lamb Chops, but obviously my Lamb Chops isn't going to have such a great matchup against this Onyx, so I'm just going to switch out into Flower Pot, who can do his little razor leaf thing. But the Onyx survives, actually, after a Harden, because I think, yeah, razor leaf is physical, so it's not really the best attack to be fighting Onyxes with, but yeah, it's still X4 effective, so you really can't complain. Anyway, Lamb Chop's at level 10 and learns Thundershock. That will be a big help because now Lamb Chop can start killing things on its own. So let's go, Lamb Chop. Here's another hiker. He probably also has ground-type Pokemon, so Lamb Chop isn't going to be able to do this one by himself, so I'm going to have Flower Pot do most of the work here. So, yeah, I think this guy is the guy with 3 Geodudes, so it's kind of simple, you know, you just kind of have to kill them with Razor Leaf or some other X4 effective attack. I mean, I guess if you start with Totodile or a Flower Pot, you have the perfect Pokemon to fight this cave with. If you started with Totodile, or sorry, Cyndaquil, then you might have a little bit of a problem. But then again, it's not that hard to find a grass type at this point in the game, or I don't even know. Yeah, whatever. So, Geodudes, yeah, they're dying pretty quickly to Flower Pot. And this guy has one last Geodude, and I'm just going to go back into Lamb Chops for the experience. And this one's a level 6 Geodude, which will, of course, also die to Flower Pot. And it's going to try to Defense Curl. It's not going to make much of a difference. I can still destroy the crap out of it. Yeah, it actually gets off 2 Defense Curls because I missed one Razor Leaf, but I still wanted to KO it. Nice. Alright, good job, Flower Pot. And good game, Russell. So, continuing down this passageway, we see a Sandshrew, and I'm obviously not going to fight this thing with Lamb Chops, so goodbye. And, another wild encounter, it's another Sandshrew, and I'm not going to fight this one either, so goodbye. And, there is another fire maniac person right there who's telling me about Zubats, and yeah, this fire breather Bill is going to sound like coughing. I feel pretty safe to use my Thundershock against this thing, and it's going to be a 2-hit KO. He's going to smog me, and of course poison me. Why would I ever suspect that, you know, someone wouldn't poison me with a poison move? So, yeah, Thundershock's going to take down the coughing, Lamb Chop's going to level up, and I'm going to switch now because I really don't want to deal with that poison. And he has another coughing. Dustbuster should be able to handle this one pretty nicely. So let's go, Dustbuster. And Fury Swipes, that should do a decent chunk, I would imagine. Yeah, even with the only 2 hits, it's going to be a 2-hit KO, so he's going to miss me with whatever he tried to do, and yeah, Dustbuster is going to get 145 experience. Yay. So, I think I have an antidote in here. Yeah, I do, so I'm just going to cure my Lamb Chops of poison, then heal with potions. So, Lamb Chop's pretty healthy again. So here's a Great Ball. That will come in handy, I'm sure, sometime. And here's a Zubat, which is kind of like free experience for Lamb Chop, so might as well just go for the Thundershock, and that will KO it. Yeah, I can't really argue about free experience. So, down here we will continue, and I'm going to once again ignore the Sandshrews because I really don't want to fight them. And, yeah, I'm actually saving my game here. I forgot to cut this out. Oh well. I'm saving my game just in case I freeze, because even with the workaround, there is a slight chance of freezing. Although, I got through this entire video without freezing with it. So, I was actually kind of impressed, and, yeah, we'll have to see how this goes, in the future. Anyway, so he has a Slowpoke, and I'm just going to Thundershock it twice for the kill. It's going to try to do something weird to me, but it didn't work, so there you go. So Lamb Chop is level 12, and that is a pretty good level for Lamb Chop. and yeah, let's see what's over here. Nothing, so I can go back the other way, after fighting a Rattata, I suppose, for some minute experience points, and yeah, very minute. So over here, we are fighting a Sandshrew, except not really, because I'm going to be running away from it like every other Sandshrew. Goodbye. Anyway, so here's the exit to the cave, but I want to pick up this Awakening first, and yeah, Awakenings are kind of good. So anyway, it's raining out here, so that's kind of crummy weather here. And this person is telling me about that she can't go through the cave, but I'm going to steal her apricorns. This probably aren't even hers, probably just wild apricorn trees, whatever. So I take a pink one, and I take a black one, and that's kind of cool. Anyway, so let's go over here, and there is a hiker. And here we go. Hiker Anthony, and his first Pokemon is a Geodude, which isn't a great matchup for Lambtrap, so I'm going to switch out into Flowerpot because it's my only Pokemon that can really deal with these rock-ground types. So yeah, I'm just going to go for the Razor Leaf. He goes for the Mud Spout, or whatever. That's actually going to be kind of annoying because I might actually want to use an electric attack against the Mudchop. But Flowerpot's level 15, which is cool. And here comes a Machop, and yeah, I guess I will use Lambchops against it. I know that the electric attacks will be reduced, but it's still going to be a 3 KO. And I even paralyze it, so that's kind of cool. And he's going to leer me, that's okay with me. So another Thundershock, and yeah, it's actually got Parahacked there, so I'm going to try to finish off with Tackle. And wow, it doesn't die, but it gets Parahacked again, so I'm okay with that. That's kind of funny, though. Anyway, so another Tackle does finish it off now, and yeah, Lambchops is level 13, yay! And I defeated Anthony. So, yeah. And apparently he goes in caves, and I go to towns, and he thinks we can exchange information. Although, you could always just go to a town hiker. I mean, I'm sure you'd be welcome there, but whatever. So here's Azalea Town. And, oh my goodness, it's Team Rocket, who apparently didn't break up. I mean, actually they did, but they came back. And they just hit that guy. That's kind of mean. What's up, dude? Huh. I guess you are a good Samaritan. What a swell guy. Anyway, so let's go into this Pokemon Center and heal my Pokemon. Because my Pokemon are kind of weak right now. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. And now I know that there's a guy in this town named Kurt who can make some balls for me. And I think he's in here. So, hello, Mr. Kurt. Of course I do. Oh. Oh, an evil gang. I guess he's not a good Samaritan. And he's cutting off Slowpoke tails for us to buy? Man. I guess. So, I'm gonna go over here and get his white apricorn. And, yeah, I'm gonna still want to follow him to the well. I mean, he might need my help if there's an evil gang mucking around. And, yeah, so let's go into this well over here. If I can figure out how to get in. Slowpoke well. Huh. Oh, this guy's injured. Well, that's why old people really shouldn't be tumbling down wells. Oh well, so let's go over here. And, there's a Team Rocket member ahead. I hope they won't kill me when they might have guns. I mean, they're gangsters, right? Or no, they're Pokemon gangsters. So they use Pokemon instead of guns. I guess that's okay then. So here's the first battle against Team Rocket! What epic Pokemon will he use? I can hardly wait to find out. And it's a Rattata. It's one of those Pokemon gangs, I'm afraid. Anyway, so yeah, Rattata's going to Tail Whip me, but he's going to get 2-hit KO'd by my Thundershock. And he's just going to Tail Whip me again to death, so that's rather whatever. I should switch, though, because I don't want those defense downs, staying. So I go out and Dustbuster, who's going to level up against this Rattata, and that's kind of nice. So he's going to Quick Attack me, doesn't do a whole lot, but I am going to Fury Swipes him back, and, yeah, hits 3 times, and I can finish him off with a Quick Attack of my own, so that's kind of nice. And Dustbuster's going to level up, so good job, Dustbuster. Yeah, and I've defeated my first Team Rocket member! Ha! Anyway, so up here, we can grab this item, and it is a Super Potion, which will obviously be useful. And, oh wow. So apparently I have to fight them all if I want to save the Slowpokes. Well, the first one is easy enough, so I'm not really too afraid of any other ones. Anyway, so let's Thundershock this Zubat, and that is super effective, and a dead Zubat, and Lambchops will level up from that. So, good job. Anyway, Thunder Wave, that'll actually be really useful, and here comes an Ekans. I guess I'll go out into Dustbuster, who needs some experience, and yeah, unfortunately though, this thing does have Intimidate, which is kind of annoying, and Poison Sting is even more annoying. Oh wow, it didn't actually poison. Man, this is like my lucky day, and Fury Swipes isn't really doing a whole lot, but when you hit 5 times, it always does a lot. And another Poison Sting does poison, of course, gay, or lame, yeah, that sucks. So, I don't really have an antidote. And I don't really feel like going back to town, so Dustbuster, you're gonna have to deal with being poisoned. But you guys are going to have to wait until next time, because I'm out of time. So, rate, comment, subscribe, and next time we will be finishing off Team Rocket. Bye!